If you've been using Polynom for a long time and you practice a lot, you may find that when you go to the practice log, it can take a long time to load the statistics. You can see in this example that there are over 126,000 individual practice events that go up to make this particular practice log. If we sort by date ascending, you'll see that these range from 2017 up to 2020. Now, looking at the events for 2017, a lot of these are assigned to the trash preset. That means that the original presets that they were logged for have been deleted and the time has been added to the trash preset so that the total overall time is not lost. However, when deleting presets and assigning them to the trash preset, you do lose the granularity of being able to see how much time was spent per preset. If we look at the charts for all time, you'll see that we have time practiced per day, but if you look at time practiced versus preset and we zoom in, a large chunk of this is assigned to the trash preset because the original presets have been deleted. Archiving events is different to deleting presets. What archiving will do is take the oldest year for which you have events and it will consolidate these events into a single event per day. So here for 24th of August, it will take all of these events, sum up the times, make notes of the presets that they were assigned to, delete them and create a single event to replace them with the total time. Before archiving, if you use Polynom on more than one device, you should back up from one device to the other and vice versa so that both devices have all presets and all practice events. When you've done that, on the statistics page, tap on Archive Events. Polynom will give you options for backing up the oldest year. This will create a backup file of just practice events for the specific year, and you can save these to the files on your device. You can email this file to yourself, or you can airdrop it to a computer. Once you've saved that backup file, tap on Archive Events again, and this time choose the Archive option. So I'm going to archive 2017. Note when it starts that there are 126,602 events. So once 2017 has been archived, that number will drop by quite a lot. This process can take a while depending on how many events you have and how fast your device is, but give it a few minutes. If it's running for more than 15 minutes, then there might be an issue and you might want to close and reopen Polynom. So here you can see that we've archived 97 days for 2017 and the total events has dropped to 106,000, and you can see that there's just one event per day set at 4 a.m. for each of these, and if you tap the notes for one of these archived events, you'll see the breakdown by preset, so 17 minutes on this preset and 16 minutes on this preset and 11 minutes on the trash preset. So that is 2017 archived, and if we leave this and go back into the practice log, you'll see that it now loads the statistics a little bit quicker, but it's still taking some time. Also, if we view the charts, and we view for all time, you'll see that we still have all the proper time logged per day, but if we look at time versus preset, a lot of this time is with the trash preset still, and now some of this time is with the daily archive preset. So now let's go ahead and archive the next year. So if you tap on Archive Events, Polynom will find the oldest year which has not been archived. Again, backup 2018. Save this file before you do the archive. And once you've saved the file, tap on Archive Events and choose Archive 2018. So again, this is going to take a few minutes. If we look at the total time, 1831 hours and 27 minutes, you'll notice after archiving that time doesn't change. And look at the events, 106,450 events, that's going to go down after the archive is finished. Okay, so that took a few minutes, but you can see that we have not lost any time from the total, but the number of events has been drastically reduced. Again, I'm going to leave the practice log and re-enter it just to see if it's sped up this enough for me. It's still taking a while to do the calculating of the statistics, and if you're only interested in the current year, then we could go ahead and also archive 2019. So again, back up 2019. Once you've saved that file, go back to Archive Events and archive 2019. So that's 2019 archived, and now we only have 23,000 events for 2020, and this should have sped up the calculation time. That's much better. So now if we look in the charts, we'll see that we still have the time versus date for all items, but now the majority of our time practiced is assigned to the daily archive, because that's where most of our practice time has gone, and the rest of it is assigned between the presets that we use. But we still have the time versus day, time versus year, and the streak of those things that we are interested in. So now let's say you have archived the events on one of your devices, and the other device still has all of the original events, but none of the archives. You can either archive on that device as well, but that's quite time consuming. So you could back up from this device by going to the menu, going to backup and choosing backup all, and then you can beam the backup to your other device. What you will end up with then is all of your original practice events plus the archive events that you've imported. Now, if you look on this device, the original events were deleted when we created the archive events. To simulate what we'll end up with, I'm going to re-import the events from 2019. So we've now re-imported those practice events. We'll go into the practice log. You'll see it will take a while to do the calculation. And then if we scroll to 2019, you'll see we have a mix of the archive events and the original events. So here we've got the archive event, but all of the original events are there as well. This means that our total time is much more than it should be, because the archive event here is the accumulation of all of these events in that day. So if you end up with a situation like this after syncing between devices again, you can use the cleanup option in the archive menu. And what this will do is look at the oldest archived event and the newest archived event and delete any other practice events between those two. So it will delete all of these events and leave the archive events. So I'm going to tap cleanup and then hit delete. And again, this can take a few minutes depending on how many events you've got. Note that we start with 57,898, and the total time here is 2,499 hours. After the cleanup, both of those are going to decrease. So you can see that 34,651 practice events were deleted over a 790-day period. The statistics should reload. This says 2,499 hours. Let's just exit the practice log and re-enter it. And there you can see the total time has been recalculated, and this is loading much more quickly again. So that's the archive process in Polynom.